Oh. All right. Let's get this shit over with. Oh, I cussed. I was trying not to cuss. You know what? You know what? Forget it. Doesn't matter. It's cringe theater. Cringe theater is known for the incessant cussing because of how ludicrous the stuff that I watch is. Anyway, hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and welcome to the Cringe Theater Live Edition / BCG Disney Week Edition. I'm sure many of you are quite puzzled why I'm doing a live version of the Cringe Theater for BCG Disney Week. And the reason for this is because I could not find the video file for GeForce for the life of me. There was no site that had it that was able to like put it up and like edit it properly. So I got stuck with making a live show about it. So sorry about that. But I didn't want to you can't do double negatives. I didn't want to not make the video. But I really wanted to make this video because you guys did want me to do GeForce for Cringe Theater for BCG Disney Week. So I said, you know what? Let's try a live show. Maybe the live show version will work better. And at least you'll get the video, you know. Better than nothing. It's better than nothing, right? It could be worse. Now, I know a lot of you are confused by my earlier comment. Like some of you were saying, like, what are you talking about the link for the film? The pop-up ad doesn't lead to a porn site, just that usually whenever I would click on it, it would just pop up an open tab or send you like to some gaming thing or something like that. All I know is that it's dangerous to keep it up for too long because it's going to give your computer a virus, and you don't want a virus on your computer. But that's only if you want to watch along with me. You don't have to. This is more of just a reactionary video, so hopefully you still enjoy without having to watch it. Also, another reason I'm doing this live is because I actually have to go to work at 9 in the morning. It's 7 in the morning here right now, so I gotta go to work in about 2 hours. So that didn't really give me enough time to make a video today. I had a lot to do yesterday, but I wanted to make sure I fulfilled my I fulfilled my obligations. There we go. I fulfilled my obligations to you guys with a video every day, which I still kind of failed because I missed Monday. But if it's any consolation, guys, I am working on 3 incredible videos as well as the Stitch anime review, and I believe BCG Disney Week will extend into next week because of this. So guess what? You guys get more Disney Week videos. Ah, that's exciting. And also, I know a lot of you are gonna ask me about the Hey Arnold Jungle movie. I will watch that when it finally comes out because what's it called? It's not out here because remember, keep in mind it's Saturday here for me and it's Friday night for you. Well, some of you it's Friday night for you. Well, no, none of you. It's Friday afternoon in the States. So I don't get that show until later, until you all saw it live, and then I have to see it afterwards. So, but I will try to get to it once it's up, and I will do a review on it. Growing up, I will be honest, I don't really remember Hey Arnold that much. Although looking back at it now as an adult, I realize how really good it was. So hopefully this movie will be great. And I'm glad that they're finally addressing the whole whatever happened to Arnold's parents, because that was a big question for a lot of people for many years. Where is Arnold's parents? So that's exciting. We got 52 people watching. Wow, welcome everybody. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised that this many people are watching. Hello. How was everybody's Thanksgiving, by the way? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments. Hit me up about your Thanksgivings. What did you eat? What did you, Tony? Will Jake Paul be a part of Disney Week? Because it's every. Well, you earned yourself a timeout. Okay, put on timeout. Sorry, Mr. Sour Man, but that was cringeworthy as fuck. Let's see. I'm excited for the Hey Arnold TV movie as well. Well, I'm excited for it too. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of it growing up, But watching it back again when I was like as an adult, I kind of have a new appreciation for the subject matter. Like I don't know why as a kid I just never noticed it, but I never put the two together that Helga's mom, although they never really say it out loud, is an alcoholic. And I'm just like, whoa, in a cartoon show, wow. And they dealt with a lot of serious issues, and they handled a lot of serious issues very well. So that was good. We're gonna start at so for me it's gonna be 7:15. So we're gonna start at insert hour and then 15. So just in case if you guys were gonna be watching with me. Actually, let me go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, that way I don't dehydrate myself while watching this. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised so many people picked G-Force out of all of them. I thought like people would vote for the pacifier because Vin Diesel and he's baby. It's a movie about Vin Diesel babysitting a bunch of kids. Come on, that's cringeworthy. Or the Shaggy Dog, which a lot of people did not like. And then Inspector Gadget came very close, but not close enough. But I remember liking the film as a kid. I haven't seen it again afterwards, so I don't really know if it does hold up. It could be the biggest piece of shit in the world. I don't know. Could be. Australia is my city, so I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your country doesn't celebrate the greatest holiday of all time. I'm just kidding. Can you do a reaction to the Incredibles 2 trailer? What's there to react to? The baby shows up, he has laser beam eyes, and then he laser beams the Incredible logo to put a 2 there, and then he's like, "You have powers." We knew he had powers. At the end of the first Incredibles, he had powers, and the whole thing, and they even, I don't know why he's acting so shocked that he has powers. At the end of the film, didn't they say that he had powers? Oh, not just, I know they showed it, but I remember, didn't they see him using his powers and like, oh wow, why does he have a multitude of powers? And I think this is brilliant. When you're a baby, you have so much potential with your power, with your abilities, that you're just basically a hodgepodge of so many different abilities. So that's why his name is Jack, I believe, right? Baby Jack. That's why Baby Jack had so many different abilities. Like he could transform, he can laser beam, he can blow fire, because he's trying to find what his power will be. And I'm assuming he's gonna play a big part in Incredibles 2. I mean, the fact that they even have like the trailer focuses solely on him. So that must mean there's a huge emphasis on this character. Like he's gonna be the vocal point, which I guess is okay. But at the same time, I'm kind of not on board with that, because my favorite character was Dash, the runner, the guy that kept running and stuff. I liked him a lot. And I honestly, I thought that they were going to I thought they were going to age everybody up, and then Baby Jack would be like Dash's age. Dash would be in high school, and the fuck was the girl's name again? I forgot what the girl's name was, but she'd be in college. So that's what I thought. And honestly, I think that would have been a better idea. Maybe even see them become their own heroes. Yeah. Jack as the main focus of the film shouldn't be all that bad. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that the point of The Incredibles is that it's a family movie. It's about the team, not about one person. I mean, you could argue that the first one was kind of about, what was it? Mr. Incredible. I don't remember what his real name is, but it's mostly centered around Mr. Incredible, but it's actually about his family and their lives together. Both how miserable he was living the day-to-day type in and type out. He missed the old days where he was a hero. And life in fucking suburbia, which is very boring. That's true. But at the same time, the whole movie was about the family. Like that's what it was. Well, I guess I'm overreacting. I'm sure it's gonna be good, although it's so weird. I'm a little hesitant because you know how I feel about films that have sequels many years after the original, and this is definitely many years after the original. What is it? Comes out 2018, right? So that would mean that the original came out 14 years ago. So in 14 years later, we're finally getting that so-called Incredibles 2 sequel, or the Incredibles sequel that we all have been at, or not all of us, but some of us have been asking for. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, we were still talking about the Incredibles, right? The trailer, the teaser trailer is fine. It just doesn't give me anything to be like, wow, that looked cool. Shoot, the Deadpool trailer gave me more to be surprised by than the Incredibles 2 trailer. And everyone was like jizzing their pants all over, like, oh my God, oh, it's Baby Jack Jack. Oh. And I'm just like, dude, calm down. Like, that we've seen Baby Jack Jack before. What did that trailer show us that we already did not know? That Baby Jack Jack has powers. We heard that incredible orchestral score by Michael Giacchoni. I don't know how to say his last name, but he's amazing. He's one of the best composers working right now. Yeah, exactly. Frame by frame, wet on wet. It's get rid of a little paint here. Hey, Incredibles 2 looks cool. Shut up. Eli, again, I'm not this isn't a knock on the film itself. I'm just saying that the teaser trailer did nothing for me. It told me the movie was coming. That's it. But I already knew that information, you know? Whenever I get a trailer, I would very much like it to give me something that I, one, have never seen before, and two, would entice me to see the film. It did none of those things. It was just like, hey, look how cute Baby Jack is, and he's laser beaming, and he follows the laser beams. Then he laser beams the eye in Incredibles, their logo, and now look, it's a 2, isn't it clever? I'm like, no, dude. I mean, nice visual, but give me something more, man. I wanted to see the whole family. Maybe just a whole like a isolated scene where they're trying to do some heroing. I don't know. Maybe they're all fighting the baby. It could be like this one short scene where they're all in the house and they have to find Baby Jack, and they use their powers to try to find him. Like you have Dash running around the house. You got the Invisible Girl like slowly creeping to see if she could catch him. The mom stretches to reach, but he's out of reach or something. Again, it's a teaser, not a trailer. It doesn't matter, okay? I've seen great teasers before that gave me much more than what why are you all going to bat for the Incredibles 2 teaser trailer? You act as, and it's called a teaser trailer, by the way, so it's both. Why are you guys going to bat for this thing? It's a small ass teaser trailer. That's it. I don't know why you gotta take it so personally. Like it's a teaser trailer, and it did nothing for me. That's it, and that could be mainly because I myself was not a big fan of the first Incredibles. It was okay to me, or not okay, but it was fun. Maybe if I watch it again, I probably might like it, or like it more than I used to. But when I think of like the great Pixar films, I think ones with a lot of emotion, a lot of depth, a lot of humor. I don't look towards to Pixar for like action and stuff like that, because there's so many other people that do action with their animation, but not a lot of them cover the heart or actually have something poignant to say. And that's why I love films like WALL-E, which had a lot of poignant things to say, and it was beautifully animated. That's why I like films like Finding Nemo that also talked about pollution, but didn't really like shove it down your throat about pollution, like, oh, we're polluting the ocean kind of thing. It was more of an adventure film, and it was beautiful. Oh shit, it's 7:15, so we got to get started. All right, everybody. So one cool thing I found out is I could actually pop the chat out and have it right next to me and read it in real time. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're gonna start the viewing thing now. For those who want to watch along with me, like I said, there's a link in the description to the film. And when you click on the film, make sure, because there's usually going to be a pop-up ad that comes up too. Close the pop-up ad immediately, because I don't know what it's going to do. So I don't want you guys to get a virus for stupid reasons. So, all right, let's get started here. Ready? Let me just get all set up here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Upon a star makes no difference who you are. And you wish upon a star that dreams come true. By the way, one of the reasons why I picked this film is because, like, I always found the concept so ludicrous. I found the concept of this film so ludicrous. Friggin' hamster spies. Hamster spies. And I'm also curious why they called it, like, G-Force, too. So hopefully I'll get something else. Oh, fucking Zach Galifianakis. Damn it. No, don't save this department. This department's not worth saving, guys. Now, hopefully, here's what I'm hoping, that they'll just have fun with this concept, which is great. I think that's a great idea. Have fun with the concept. Oh shit, my thing just froze. What? Why did it froze? Hold up. Pause your films, guys. Mine just stopped. Oh, there it goes. So I'm at 140 or 150. That's what I'm at right now. Oh, come on. Why is this thing lagging so much? God, oh, this might turn into a bust. Oh my God, this is gonna turn into a bust. If it keeps lagging, I might have to stop this video. Okay. Freaking special agent guinea pigs. Oh my fucking Lord. This thing is like lagging like a motherfucker right now, guys. G-Force. This is an actual movie, man. It's an actual movie. And here's the funnier thing. It was actually a successful film. Where am I at? I'm at I'm at 301, and it just froze it. Fuck. I might have to stop this because it keeps like freezing and stuff, and I can't watch this fully. Say speckles? Now I believe this character is he's a not gopher. Fuck, what is it? Yeah, he's the Star-Nosed Mole. He's voiced by Nick Cage. How about that? Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, it went back. Tracy Morgan. Actually, that's quite fitting. That would be Tracy Morgan. Oh my lord, guys, this is actually turning out really terribly. This thing keeps mine keeps freezing too. Okay, if by 7:30 it doesn't get better, we're just gonna do whatever, man, because this is getting ridiculous. You know what? Fuck it. We're not doing this. Fuck it. We're not doing this. I'm done. I give up. I give up. I'm done with it. I do not have the patience to deal with this shit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna retitle this like live show, live live show fail. Hold up. Can I? Can I? It's not gonna let me edit. Really? Edit the video. The BCG Disney Week live show fail. The BCG Disney Week live. Oh, whoops. Disney Week live show fail. Okay, and I'm just gonna put in the description that I fail at life. I fail at life. There you go. All right, now that I totally failed myself. Okay, so you know what? Now I'm just gonna make this just a casual live chat then, guys. So here's what we can do from here on out for the next hour. We'll do it for the next hour. You can either ask me questions or you can tell me to go check some videos out on YouTube that are Disney related. So we could do that since I can't seem to watch G-Force because it keeps fucking lagging. And I'm not trying to deal with that shit right now. So yeah, no. Tony, will you watch Voltron? I already did. I just need to catch up on seasons 3 and 4, which are out right now. So we'll have to wait and see those. Tony, what is your opinion on Nintendo being in talks with Illumination about making an animated Mario movie? I hear a lot of people are against it, but for me personally, I don't hate Illumination Studios or Illumination Entertainment. I know everyone thinks that they're very lowbrow, but come on. Early DreamWorks was lowbrow too. Let's not get it twisted, you know. And nobody complained about them. Although you're taking a very well-known property. And see, I didn't even hate the Lorax. I know, the Nostalgia Critic, he hated the Lorax, and a bunch of people did not like the Lorax. They didn't like their version of the Lorax. And that's fine. You're free to have your own opinion, but so am I. And I don't see anything wrong with them making an animated movie. I mean, they are kind of they're one of the biggest animation studios out there right now. They're the ones with some of the biggest hits so far. I mean, they have 3 films that are already in the $1 billion club. So that's impressive. It took Pixar how many years to get into the $1 billion club? Hold on for a minute. Yes, Mama. What? No, my work's at 9. Yes, Mama. Yeah, my mama, she wants to make sure that I go to work on time, but I told her that my work's at 9. So anyway, I don't have a problem with the whole Nintendo in talks with Illumination Entertainment. They're 2 of the biggest companies in their respective fields, so a collaboration between the 2 would be interesting. Although I really would like Nintendo to have some heavy involvement in the making of it, because we don't need another Super Mario Brothers. You know what I mean. But at the same time, I'm a little worried too, because too much involvement might lead to Assassin's Creed, which was complete shit, or no involvement will lead to Super Mario Brothers, which was shit. They need to find like a middle ground between the two. That's what they need to do. Is there going to be a cyborg movie? I think so, yeah. What is your job, BCG? I am a sales associate or an executive sales associate is how they want to call me, at a radio station called Source and Media Group. Well, it's more of a multimedia station called Source and Media because they do TV as well. Basically, my job is I go around, I meet clients, and I try to sell them some ad time or ad space on the radio side. And that's my job, basically. It's not very interesting, but hey, you know, it's a living. And I'll be honest with you guys. I only got this job so I could buy a Nintendo Switch. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I got this job, because I'm not making any money. And freaking, I hate you so much, Video Game Donkey. He made a video about Super Mario Odyssey, and it looks so incredible that I just got up. I got up from my seat, and I'm like, I need to get a job so I could go buy this fucking game, or so I could go buy this system and play the fucking game. Tony, do you get the big bucks? I wish I did. You know, YouTube doesn't pay me very well. And, you know, I do get a lot of support on Patreon. And because of your support, guys, I actually have I get about 135 a month. Unfortunately, all that money goes straight to making some payments, so I never see a dime of those. But still, it goes a long way to help support me and make sure that I can pay those bills. So I really appreciate it. And if you guys would like to donate to me, the 46 of you who are watching, there should be a link in the description that I'll send you straight to my Patreon. And you don't have to donate a specific amount. Like I say in all of my videos, if each of you if all 48 of you donated $1, that would go a long way to help support the channel. Now, some people, they donate $5, some did 10, and some did 2. It's kind of funny. I tell them, hey, you can just donate $1. It's like, I ain't donating $1. I'll donate 2. But that really helps to keep these videos current and stuff like that. Tony, how was your Black Friday? I didn't have a Black Friday. I was working. And Black Fridays on Guam are not as impressive as one may think. Keep in mind, we are a small island. There's not much for us to do here. There was one thing, though. There was one thing I wanted to buy during Black Friday. I found this Mew figure at GameStop, and I think they still might have it. Let me look real quick at something regarding that whole thing. Come on, load. There we go. Okay. Nope, still not working. All right. Well, let me just close that off. Yes. Anyway, so I don't have. I was looking to see. I was looking to see whether or not I had the money to buy it, and I'm like, nope. So that sucks. One of the beautiful things about my job is that it's a salary job, meaning that I don't get paid hourly. I have a set wage that I make, which is exciting, and it's going to give me enough money to both pay to pay off all my bills, to pay back my mother because she's been helping me so much tremendously, and I owe her a lot, and also to buy Nintendo Switch, and then to go buy Odyssey. So I'm excited for that. Tony, IK, a good streaming. I know a good streaming site. I don't want to watch. I don't feel like watching GeForce anymore. I just want to talk to you guys. That's what I want to do. Is that too much to ask? Frame by frame, huh? Is that too much to ask? Huh? I can't talk to you guys anymore. I have to make videos all the fucking time. No, I'm just kidding. Tony, have you ever played Earthbound / Mother 2 or any other games in the Mother series? Okay, no, don't kill me. I've never played Mother. I've never played any of the Earthbound films. So it's not that I hate them. I know like people like Markiplier consider it their favorite game franchise of all time, and I really do want to play it. It's just if I had the time, which I do not, because when I do work, I come back home and do work. You know, making the YouTube videos and everything like that. So it's never ending for me. Do you have a favorite game? My favorite game is Super Mario Sunshine. It was the first game I ever beat. It was the first game that ever challenged me. It was a lot of fun. I like the island theme. As you know, grew up on an island, so things that have an island theme are something that I love. But yeah, love Super Mario Sunshine. It was the first game. It was actually the first game that I owned that was just my game, because back in the day, my brother and I, we used to share systems and stuff. He got a PlayStation, and that was our PlayStation. But growing up, I had a Nintendo GameCube, and he had an Xbox. I think he won that debate, but I didn't care because I love Super Mario Sunshine so much. It was the game. I would play it all the time, too. I would restart the game from the beginning and just venture out and see if I could do anything else. It's so fun. You should. I'd love to see you do a review on them. The Mother franchise? I'm not really a game reviewer though. The only thing I could really critique on a game is basically how fun it was, the story, and the characters. So I mean, one day I might be able to. But at this current time, I don't think I'll be able to critique games properly. Someone's going to ask, so I might as well. New PO box when BCG. I had a feeling somebody would ask that. I will get a new PO box on January 1st, 2018. So at the start of the new year, I will drop a video telling you all about my new PO box. And if you guys would like to send me letters, you can do so. And then every Saturday night, I will read your letters. Saturday night is Sunday morning / afternoon for me, so that's the only like break I actually get. So I'll do that, and then you guys can start sending letters to me again, which is really exciting. I would love that. Are you do well now? What? You need to structure that sentence a little better, Bionicle Anime. Let's see. Another Puke Cinema with a drinking game coming. The last one was awesome. Wait, Puke Cinema, or you're talking about Cringe Theater? Because I haven't done a Puke Cinema since last year, funny enough. I think, honestly, the Puke Cinema was the antithesis, not the antithesis. It was the precursor to what would later become the Cringe Theater. They're basically the same thing. It's just that the Puke Cinema was a live show, whereas Cringe Theater is more of a recorded thing because I can have fun with editing and doing something spectacular. Like I still loved my Spectral Force, which a little behind the scenes note, that was a bitch to edit, and here's why. I struggled to find the clips for the series. It wasn't on Kiss Anime, so I couldn't download it. So I'm like, this is the first time I tried to find an anime that wasn't on Kiss Anime. Luckily, I found this like, social media site called VK. It's this Russian social media site, and they actually had the episodes, but dubbed in Russian. So I had to listen carefully what part that we were in to make sure that it matched with the scene, because it was god awful, guys. It was terrible editing that shit. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and I also found it on YouTube as well. But the one on YouTube was poor, like very low quality, and they sped it up, so it made it even harder to edit. Oh man. I tell you guys, man, I've been super exhausted lately. It's been a nonstop. It's been nonstop for me because I had the new job, and then when I'm done with the new job, I come home and I try to make the BCG Disney Week videos. Then I try to edit those. Oh man, it was just it's been exhausting, and I'm still trying to work on two right now. I want to write them out. One is a special one that I feel so inclined to make. I really want to make it, and the other one's the top 10 list. The other two that I'm also going to be making is I'm going to be singing Disney songs with a very special guest. She's a very lovely person. And then I'm going to try to finish Stitch this weekend so I can do the review. So far, I've seen 3 episodes, and I got to tell you, it's so jarring to watch. Not that it's bad. It's not bad. It's well enough, but it's weird to hear other people voicing these characters. Because I'm so used to the original voice cast that hearing this new voice cast just throws me off. It throws me on a loop. And they hired a lot of prevalent voice actors in the anime community, which makes sense since technically Stitch is an anime, not an animated series here in the United States. But I will give credit to the voice actors, as both Stitch and Pleakley's voice actors sound very much like the original. Jumba, like he goes in and out. Sometimes he kind of sounds like David Odin. I forgot how to say his whole name, but sometimes he sounds like the original voice actor, but other times I'm like, what kind of voice was that? Gantu and Ruben sound nothing like each other. They sound nothing like their original counterparts at all. How a Hamsterville kind of sounds like his original counterpart too. So I'll give the voice actors credit for doing some great impersonations, or at least being able to being able to pull off sounding like the original voice actors. I think Pleakley is the best example of this. Like, he almost sounds just like the original guy. But still, there are some moments where I'm like, yep, that's not him. Let's see. Do you have friends that can help you edit videos? I actually do not. I mean, I'm sure I can find someone that can edit my videos, but I like editing my videos. I know it puts a lot of strain on me and it exhausts me because I have to edit the video. I gotta watch things and I gotta edit the video. But I like editing the video. I like being part of the creative process of putting the video together. I like that. I personally am a huge fan of it. So. But if it ever gets to the point where I can't do it no longer, then I probably might hire an editor. But the thing is, I would like, if I'm going to get a person to edit my videos, I would very much like to pay them. And the thing is, I don't have the budget to pay an editor. So that's why. Let's see. What's your favorite movie genre? My favorite movie genre is the romance genre. I'm a huge fan of romance. Oh. He's so tired. Why am I so tired all the time? Man, I don't get you, Tony. Why you gotta be so sleepy? Oh, to be fair to me, I slept on a couch for 5 hours, so I guess I didn't really have the best of sleep. What is a cliche that, while overused, you still love? I like comedic misunderstandings. I think that's why, out of all the people in the world, I really like Gamer, while as everyone else thought it got way too repetitive with the misunderstandings. I loved how the misunderstandings build upon each other. It's just because it was one misunderstanding led to another misunderstanding, led to another misunderstanding, led to another misunderstanding. And I loved how they stacked on top of each other to lead to what I call the biggest and most amazing display of misunderstanding I have ever seen in a series, where basically the main character is about to tell the blonde girl Well, he was gonna say let's be friends, but he accidentally said, "Will you go out with me?" And at this point, all the characters are like watching the other to make sure that they're to see how they're gonna react, and by their reaction, that will tell them whether or not they're cheating on somebody. The two characters that are dating each other, they start glaring at one another, and they realize like, oh shit, does this mean that she's making that face? That means she is cheating. And then the girl's like, he's making that face. That means he is cheating. And then that one girl that's like the outlier of the group is like staring at both of them. It's like, oh my god, they do have a thing for each other. I love those misunderstandings. It's a lot of fun. They're cliche. They've been done to death. But if they're done well, I have no problem with misunderstandings. I think they're funny. The only time I have problems with misunderstandings is if that's all they really rely on. Oh, whoops, this character accidentally tripped and fell on you, or whoops, this character misunderstood something you said. And, it also has to go with how much I was invested to the characters. If I had fun with these characters, then I'm more inclined to be okay with the misunderstanding itself. Do you like when a movie surprises you? Very much so. I like it when anime surprised me. I think that's why I like Gamers so much, because it was so refreshing. It was something that caught me completely off guard. Like I didn't get to do my review for it, but if I were to sum up my review, I basically state that I thought the days of me being surprised by anime were over. I thought I could predict any anime no matter what it was. Then I saw Gamers, and that changed my whole perspective on the whole. Maybe I can predict any anime, because I thought it was going to be a conventional romance anime. That whole, this one nerdy guy starts talking to this beautiful chick, and she asks him to join the club, and then the club members go on adventures, and they get closer, and then the blonde girl realizes her love for the nerdy guy, and the nerdy guy also notices his love for her, and they kind of get closer. They have the will they, won't they kind of thing. But no, at the end of the first episode, he straight up rejects the girl's call to adventure. He rejects the A plot and delves into the B plot, which leads to all those amazing misunderstandings. And also we see the dissension of the blonde girl, who just completely loses it because she's never been rejected before. I loved it. Let's see. I feel like it's like the same people commenting. Oh, there's like 44 people on this chat, and come on, who hasn't typed in the comments yet? All 45 of you who are watching. I mean, I don't mind the same people commenting all the time, but I want to hear from everybody. Come on, join in the conversation. Let's see. BCG, have you seen a great Disney movie that has no rewatchability? Zootopia is mine. A great Disney movie with no rewatchability. I would say, I think Fantasia for me. I love how beautiful Fantasia looks. I love what they did with Fantasia and everything, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, I don't really feel inclined to want to watch it again. I would also say Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's a masterpiece, but I'm not so inclined to have to watch it over and over again. Let's see. Which actor makes you smile whenever he or she is on screen? What actor or actress makes me smile? When they're on screen. Well, now it's kind of like I have a huge crush on Daisy Ridley. So whenever I see her on screen, she makes me smile. As for an actor, I guess Chris Evans is the closest thing I would say to an actor that whenever I see him on screen, I get delighted because I like him so much. I subscribed after your Dokusei review a year ago. Enjoy your content ever since. Well, thank you, Smiling Sun. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for answering my call to action. I need to go to bed. It's 12:45 a.m. here in Kuwaiti. How do you say your place? Kuwaiti? Kuwaiti? Is it? Wait, do you live in Kuwait? Oh, that's so cool. By the way, type Saad, type Saad. Thank you for donating to my Patreon account. I truly appreciate your contribution. I appreciate your support a lot. So thank you so much. Also, you too, Peanuts Gamer. Thank you for the support as well. Let's see. Who are your favorite voice actors? Oh, he retracted it. Never mind. Tony, have you watched Black Clover? Nope, I haven't watched it yet. Although the anime community's having a field day with that show. Field day in the sense of they love bashing on the show. I wonder if it's really bad. That bad. I'm curious now. Just hearing the negative reaction to the show makes me curious to check it out. Do you have a favorite adult animated series? BoJack Horseman is one of my favorites. I have plenty. I'm big on Rick and Morty. I think it is cliche to say that is one of my favorites. But before Rick and Morty, you have South Park, which I still think is excellent to this very day. Futurama is a lot of fun. Do you want like adult, like almost like rated R adults? If that's the case, then South Park, Rick and Morty. I would say Robot Chicken. I really like Robot Chicken. Oh God, I am just so tired. I'm sorry I keep yawning, guys, but I need to get some sleep probably this weekend while I'm working on some of these videos. BCG, what's your favorite anime this anime season? What's your favorite anime of 2017 so far? Well, I don't really watch seasonal anime. I just wait till an anime is finished and then I watch it. Although the one I really want to see is I think it's the Magus Wife. That one looks really interesting, and I hope to watch Made in Abyss soon, which a lot of people keep recommending to me, and I want to watch that a lot. What is your favorite movie starring Robin Williams? My favorite movie starring Robin Williams, huh? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna be cliche. I really liked his performance in Good Will Hunting. That might be my favorite performance from him because it balances both his comedic genius as well as his dramatic capabilities, meaning that he can do both the comedy and really sell the drama. I mean, there are like the whole bit where he tells the joke about his wife farting in bed is straight up hilarious. It made me die of laughter. But the scene where Matt Damon really tries to push Robin Williams' buttons and he just grabs him and is like, if you talk about my wife, I will fucking end you. I'm like, woof. That was amazing. See, I don't think people truly understood how incredible of a performer Robin Williams was. Yes, he's a great comedic talent, but the guy can really sell drama if he put his mind to it. He can be creepy. He can be sorrowful. He can be intimidating. Like, the guy is an incredible actor. Nobody gives him that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say nobody, but most people want to remember him as this wacky comedian and stuff, and he was, but I always thought he was a much better dramatic actor. A lot of the films I like him in were his dramatic roles. I think the few comedic roles I liked him in were one as the genie. I loved him as the genie. Everybody loved him as the genie. There was this other one. I'm trying to remember what it was. I did like Good Morning Vietnam, which was kind of more like a dramedy than it was a straight up comedy. Interestingly enough, I liked Old Dogs. I thought Old Dogs was a pretty good, funny movie, even though, yeah, it's not the greatest, but it was funny to me. I'm trying to think of other like comedies he starred in that I really liked. I liked World's Greatest Dad as well. Let's see. He was fighting insomnia. Too bad that movie sucked. Whoa, Disco Spy. Whoa. That movie did not suck. You take that back. That is one of the most underrated films of all time. And in my personal opinion, that was one of Christopher Nolan's best films. I I know that's some those are big words, or that's not the phrase I want to use. I know that's like a very polarizing comment to make. What? You think Insomnia is one of his best films? Yes, I honestly do. I think Insomnia is one of Christopher Nolan's best films, and it really it's a film that only he could have made, honestly, because the film is all about gray, and it's shown that both literally and figuratively. And I like that. I liked his directorial choices throughout the film. They were brilliantly done, and how they made the main antagonist sympathetic, because he wasn't really a bad guy. He just did a stupid thing, and now he's paying the price for it. But because he's unwilling to own up to his mistake, he keeps making more and more stupid mistakes. It's kind of like if you guys saw the TV series Fargo. Remember Martin Freeman's character Nagar or Nagar? He wasn't a bad dude. He just was a man that made stupid mistakes all the time. And the thing is, he wasn't able to own up to these stupid mistakes. And then they started building and building and building and building and building until it led to his eventual downfall. And I do find it funny that both of them they both lived in cold areas, and they both died in water. That was interesting. I like the little parallels there. But yeah, so one of the great things about that film is that you can't really say that there is a bad guy, because if you really look at it, they're all bad people. I mean, Al Pacino's character is not the most sympathetic person. I mean, he was a dirty cop, and then he shot his not his sidekick, his partner. He shot his partner, and then his partner died. And so, then the partner was thinking whether or not he did that on purpose or was it an accident. And you kind of see it from Al Pacino's perspective, like it's very foggy. I can't really see. So yeah, it could have been. I should have said, "Hey, stop," but I instead pulled the trigger. So the fact that there's so many grays in the film, and that's the brilliant part about the film, is that it's a film of grays. You really don't know what to think. You don't really know who to root for. You really don't know how to feel by the end of it. Do you feel bad that Al Pacino dies at the end of the spoiler alert? Do you feel bad that Al Pacino dies at the end? Do you think he redeems himself at the end, or do you still think he's a dirty cop? And then that whole thing that deals with Hilary Swank and her character. And she's basically like the golden child. She's the goody two shoes. She's the by the book type character. And she easily could have fell down the path that Al Pacino went down, but her whole character arc is that she has to remain true to herself. And even Al Pacino, he kind of like beats it in, like, don't lose your way. Let me sleep. And then he dies in her arm, and then she keeps like the little bullet casing that proves that he shot his partner. So, because that was her whole arc, where she had to figure out who shot his partner. Was it the book writer, or was it somebody else? And again, one thing I loved is how the book writer knew how to manipulate people in his favor, because he saw what he did in the fog, and he can basically call him out and say, yeah, he shot his partner in cold blood, and get him into hot water. And so now Al Pacino is playing this whole mind game with Robin Williams throughout the film, which is just fucking brilliant. The first time that they meet was amazing. They had that little like sit down talk. I don't know what it is with Al Pacino and like having these really amazing acting scenes. Like he did the same thing with Robert De Niro in Heat. That's the best scene in the entire film. And there's no action to it whatsoever. It's just two characters having coffee and realizing that even though they both do different things, they're not so different, And it's actually kind of rare to sympathize with your enemy. That's a brilliant thing about Heat, is that Al Pacino's character is both sympathetic. He's not both sympathetic, but he's sympathetic, he's understanding of his enemy, but at the same time is somebody that would not hesitate to put him down. So it's great. Al Pacino's just an incredible actor. You know, as much as he's been phoning it in lately, we all kind of forget how great of an actor he truly was, and he was a talent. You know, even though he loved to scream a lot. Okay, back to the comment section. Okay, guys, hit me with some questions. I'm probably gonna end this real soon because it's a fail. It's a bust. I really fail at life. I agree, but Tony gave Justice League a higher rating. Oh, I must have missed something. What is your opinion on Rebel Taxi 99? I like him. I like his wit. I like his presentation. I would love to talk to that guy, but I don't think he would ever respond to me. So let's see. Oh, so many comments. So how did you like Justice League more than Homecoming? Well, I actually just got done with a live chat a couple days ago talking about Justice League, and upon further reflection, I think I like it just as much as Homecoming. And, you know, Homecoming, it's not bad, but it's not great. You know, it still feels like a Sony Pictures Spider-Man film. It didn't feel like a Marvel Studios Spider-Man film. And I had a lot of problems with how they handled the characters. I thought the action scenes were terrible. They weren't exciting at all. What did you think of the Defenders? I was also let down by the Defenders. The Defenders should not have been an 8 episodes TV series. It should have been a movie because it drags so fucking much. In fact, I wrote a review for it. Hold on. Let's see. What did I write for my review? Because I didn't get a chance to record my review, but I did write it. Where is it? Nope. Where is it? Daredevil. Okay, Daredevil, Death Note. Yes. Where the hell are you? I'll come onto the bridge. Fuka. What the hell? Did I even make the review? I'm starting to second guess whether or not I actually wrote the review like I said I did. Because I can't seem to find it in here. Okay, now I'm getting confused. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found my review. See? Here's my review. I wrote it all out. I was going to record it, and I did it. So here, let me just read to you guys what I wrote. So premise is Heroes of NYC, Daredevil, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, join forces to stop the Hand's nefarious plans. Okay, so what were my pros? My pros were the acting is good. I like the heroes, well, most of them. Some small scenes I enjoyed. Moments between Matt and Jessica were nice. Luke and Danny had a good scene in episode 6. A handful of action scenes were well shot when the camera wasn't shaking the whole damn time. But I think my biggest praise for the series was its clever use of lighting, as each defender had specific lighting for their scenes. You know, whenever the scene is about Daredevil, it's mostly red. Whenever it's Jessica Jones, blue. Luke Cage, yellow. Iron Fist, green. And it all culminates. Like, if you really pay attention, when they're in the diner or when they're in the Chinese restaurant, it's a mixed colors of yellow, green, blue, and red. And whenever it would show the characters, like their not their perspective, but whenever they were on screen, the color behind them would match their own color. And then whenever two characters would share certain scenes, like when Jessica Jones was talking to Luke Cage outside, blue and yellow were the only colors that were very visible in those scenes. When the scene focused mainly on Iron Fist, the color was green. So I liked that clever use of color. And I said, if Jessica Jones shares a scene, yeah, there you go. But then I had a lot of cons. Here was my cons. you should be on Rebel Taxi's podcast, the Pizza Party podcast. Well, hey, give me a shout out over at Rebel Taxi's channel, and maybe we can convince him to have me on. So my cons for the Defenders was that the series drags so much. A big contributor to the series' slow pace is its overabundance of dialogue scenes. There's way too much talking going on and not enough action. Long stretches of characters having pointless or redundant conversations and constant bickering on both sides. It makes up for a majority of each episode in this so-called epic team-up action series. Now, look, I don't think superhero series should be all action and little dialogue. Dialogue is essential to establish our characters, their motivation, and the bonds forming between them. And had these heavy dialogue scenes felt more meaningful, I wouldn't have a problem. But it has no bite to it. It's generic dialogue you can find in any given movie or series. And at the very least, try and have a good balance of dialogue and action. So I definitely had a huge problem with the fact that they kept, like, the majority of each episode would be them talking the whole time. And then we have a small action scene here and there. And it's not like the action was even that fun to watch. Okay, and then I say the story is unengaging and boring. You know all the beats. There's no surprises or intrigue. It's not exciting to see them face off against an enemy. Or I put a little arrow here saying to add a little more. And I think this is a fair point, that it's not exciting to see them face off against an enemy that we already have seen them face before and beat. I mean, both Daredevil and Iron Fist have both fought the Hand and defeated the Hand. I wish that they picked a much more interesting villain, you know, or interesting nemissary, I should say. They waste so much time on the buildup and this is true. They do waste a lot of time on the buildup. There's only 8 episodes, and it takes 3 of those episodes to get the team together. 3 in an 8-episode long series. 3. Damn, dude. Anyway, so it took them 3 episodes and multiple pointless subplots to reveal that the Hand is behind all the bad things happening in the city. No shit, Sherlock. Okay, let me just delve into that a little bit more. Why even go through the motion of, like, having all the characters, like, being detective-y and trying to figure out, like, oh, what's this going on? How does this piece fit in with this piece? We all know where it's leading to. They should have got rid of the Luke Cage subplot, and they should have got rid of the Jessica Jones subplot. And yes, I know many of you are going to say, well, the Jessica Jones subplot kind of ties into the main story. Yeah, it does, but it's not necessary. You could have done that with the team. Like, the whole team could have just been a part of that. We knew that before going into the series. Why waste all the time when you could have had spent it on some good action scenes? Cut to the chase already. The story feels like so I wrote, the story feels like Defenders the soap opera rather than Marvel's The Defenders, with characters being extremely emotional instead of being heroes. It doesn't have that dark, gritty, almost realistic feel as Daredevil or Jessica Jones. It's overly dramatic. Let's see. Look, having the characters act emotionally is fine now and again. Sparingly show that they're flawed and all, but in almost every scene, come on now. Speaking of characters, while I still overall like them, they were poorly done in this series, especially the side characters. Oh, and I wrote a little note down here. The story goes completely downhill after episode 6. I mean, the story wasn't that good to begin with. That doesn't make sense. I guess I was trying to say that the story goes completely downhill after episode 6, but I mean, the story wasn't good to begin with anyway, so it doesn't matter that the story goes downhill. You don't give a shit. Okay. So now I break down each defender and why I think that they're poorly done. So, Daredevil. He was way too emotional in the series. He acted like a rebellious teenage girl. Like, I shit you not, man. I thought I was looking at a fucking angsty teen whenever he was on screen. Because when fucking Styx shows up, he's just like, no, I'm not talking about this. No, I'm not talking. I don't want to talk about this, okay? I don't want to be a part of this team. I want nothing to do with you. I'm like, dude, bitch, go to your room, okay? You're grounded. So he acted like a rebellious girl, always pouting, keeping their emotions deep inside and lashing out at their fathers or father figure in Matt's case, aka Styx. Jessica Jones was pretty much the same with her bitchy attitude, although I wasn't completely sold on her joining the team. It felt forced. Out of all the characters in this film or in the series, I wasn't on board with the whole Jessica Jones coming on board because it just didn't feel like a natural progression for the character. Like she all of a sudden, like she just, there wasn't a great build up to her joining the team. It's just like all of a sudden she had to talk with somebody. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go join the team now. I'm like, what? Let's see. Luke Cage was pretty much the same character. I liked him for the most part. For most of the four? Oh, I liked him the most of the four main characters. And then here comes the big one. I still hate Iron Fist, and I hate him even more after this. He's so immature, one note, stupid, and hot-headed. I get that's his character, but there's no growth in the series. He feels like the same character by the end as he was in the beginning. And I wasn't a fan of how much focus he got in the story. The worst member of the Defenders just happens to play the most pivotal role in the story. Bite me. Let's see. Then I say, and his personality is so blah to me. He has no charisma. He has no charisma. He's a stick in the mud, more so than Jessica Jones. I don't know if it's the actor or the way they wrote the character, but he sucks. This fucking guy, every single time he was on screen, I just wanted to facepalm because he, not only would he contradict himself multiple times, but he just seemed way too serious the whole time. He's like, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. I'm the Iron Fist. I'm important. Blah, 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 blah. Like, fuck that, dude. I hate you. All right, what's next? As a team, they fight well together, but they never felt like they were an actual team. There's no team chemistry. Just four superhero peeps who happen to be in the same place fighting the same enemy. I mean, that's really what it comes off to. Let's see. Now I talk about the villain. So the Hand. The Hand is boring. But worst of all, not menacing. They don't feel like a looming threat as they were built up to be, especially since they get easily defeated. I couldn't believe how easy they were to defeat. The Hand was more of a threat when Daredevil faced them rather than what they were in the series Defenders. I love Sigourney Weaver. She's a great actress, but her character is derivative, unintimidating, and cliche to a painful degree. I put there. The Hand from Daredevil seasons 1 and 2 felt more of a threat than these jokers. I mean, that is true. She plays the stereotypical leader who acts very proper and opulent, listen to classical music, and droning on and on with her predictable educational soliloquies. Geez, I haven't seen that before. It's really overdone. The other four fingers of the Hand are so forgettable and interchangeable, I could care less. And here's one that really irritated me. They introduced a new unforeseen member of the Hand who was supposedly this deadly guy, but he's a fucking chump. Nobu could do circles around him. You guys remember Nobu? Like, fuck. No, I wish Nobu was actually one of the fingers of the Hand. It would have made more sense. He was way more powerful than that other Japanese guy who apparently was he was apparently his teacher. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Nobu was far better than you are. Let's see. Oh god, this goes on for so long. I think I've said enough. Oh, I even said here, and he trained Nobu? How pathetic. Oh, and fuck you for making Elektra, who was great in Daredevil Season 2, dull and lame. There was barely any action in the series, and the action we did get was not stimulating, exciting, or memorable with such poor choreography and was poorly choreographed and directed. Okay. I think I'm done talking about that. All right, so I think I'm gonna close this at 8:15. So the next 5 minutes, if you guys have any questions for now, hit me with them, and then I'm gonna answer them, and then I'm gonna go get ready for work, and then I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, I hate my chin sometimes. I'm sorry, by the way, that this live show was like an epic fail, man, because I really wanted to watch. I really wanted to watch G-Force with you guys, but I don't know why it's acting up. Hi, I'm new here, and I just want to know what your favorite anime is. Hey, you hear that, guys? You hear that, guys? The new person, McGia, wants to know what my favorite anime is. Would you guys be so inclined to tell Miss McGia what my favorite anime is? I'm sure many of you already know, so go ahead and tell her. Hey, Black Critic Guy, can you read my question? Can you make a top 10 worst voice acting and cartoon? I don't see a single top 10 video existed in YouTube. I could. I would have to definitely like think long and hard about some of the worst voice acting I've heard in a cartoon. It's really hard. I'm a guy, by the way. My bad, McGia. You know, I assumed your gender, so my bad. Exactly, smiling son, Corey in the house. Best anime ever. Oh, that's what we should have done. We should. Damn it. I just thought of an even better idea. We should have just watched a couple episodes of Corey in the house. Damn it. Should have done that. Let's see. Tony's favorite anime is Juden-chan. That's right, Juden. Oh, I love Juden-chan. I love seeing girls piss themselves constantly, and I love misogynistic characters. You know, I love that shit. Let's see. Okay, nothing. Next week, Tony, watch Corey in the house, but Disney Week's over now. Let's see. What the fuck? Slap my black ass. Are you okay? I know you're new here, but that just came out of left field, man. What the fuck was that? Oh man, that was weird. What are you going to do? When are you going to do your top 10 worst and best anime of 2017? That'll probably be nearing the end of the year. Although I don't even know how I'm going to construct that list. I didn't see a lot of anime this year, so I have to wait and see. Will you play Sonic Mania? It's an awesome game. My favorite game of the year so far. See, similar to Mother, I was never really that into Sonic either. I did not have a lot of love for Sonic. He was okay to me. So, and because I don't really have an affinity towards Sonic, I don't think Sonic Mania will have the same impact on me as it would people who grew up with Sonic and love Sonic, because I didn't. So, let's see. Do your review of Wonder Woman. You mean on here or like a video of Wonder Woman? And funny enough, what I was thinking about doing was I was gonna wait for it to come out on DVD, and then I was gonna break it down almost scene by scene, kind of like a not a nostalgia critic, but I would say more like Ralph the Movie Maker type thing, where I kind of detail why I have problems with Wonder Woman, and here's why. But who knows? Maybe if I watch it again, I might actually enjoy it. I don't know, because hey, I watched the Justice League and enjoyed it, but thinking back to it, I don't really think it's enjoyable that much. The creator of Kenshin is a pedophile. How does that make you feel? I don't feel anything. I don't care about the creator of Kenshin. I mean, that's terrible. It's disgusting. I don't like that, but that's it. That's all I feel. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. Sorry that this turned out to be a huge disaster, but I had fun talking with you all. I always have fun getting to talk to my subscribers. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. I got other BCG Disney Week videos that will be coming your way. And until next time, guys, I'll see you around. Peace, YouTube.